Time to triumph. It's time to play.
Welcome to SportsCenter. I'm Dan Patrick. Tonight, Game 1 in the Patriots' quest to make NFL history, vying to become the first team to win 3 consecutive Super Bowls. And it all begins tonight against Randy Moss and the Raiders as the NFL season kicks off on ABC. Chris Berman anchors our wall-to-wall blow-out-the-budget coverage live from Foxborough. Boomer, take it away.
All right, Dan, thank you. And, yeah, budget shot for the year, but the New England Patriots, no ceiling. We're here at the Razor Gillette Stadium, and now can you tell that we're 3 hours before the game? Things other than clam chowder have been consumed here in Foxborough, Massachusetts. That's just a guess. Hi, everybody, and welcome to our SportsCenter coverage. Soon to be a special 2-hour pregame of the season NFL countdown coverage. I'm Chris Berman, along with Steve Young, Michael Irvin, Tom Jackson.
19 years.
What do you think? Well, that's coming later.
19 years.
Do I have to hear it all year long?
Does this get you in the mood here, guys?
I'm ready to suit up. I know.
Does it get you in the mood here, guys?
Great. It is. Tom hit me in the truck over here. I was walking away. It came up behind.
You want to go out and run around?
I don't need that.
You want to run around.
I want to get out, but I want this guy throwing it too. Well, it's starting to become habit coming here for the special Thursday night opener.
It's amazing. We start with the Super Bowl champs, and we put the car on autopilot. Let's see. Bristol to Foxborough at 110 miles. We know how it's done, and the New England Patriots certainly know how it's done. No team has ever won 3 straight Super Bowls, but that's not what they're thinking about tonight. They're thinking about one thing, the Oakland Raiders, and getting off to a big start at the 9 p.m. Eastern Time kickoff. The Patriots, as Tom said, they've done this before. The Oakland Raiders have revamped themselves quite a bit, especially on offense, something we'll certainly be talking about. They want to revamp their record last year, which was 5-11. We have reports from 2 teams. Sal Palantonio's with, I have to say it for the first time this year, the Raiders, and Chris Mortimer with the Pats. Mort?
When you talk about the Raiders revamping things on offense, well, think about the Patriots. They've revamped their coaching staff because Charlie Weiss, the offensive coordinator, Romeo Crennel, the defensive coordinator, are gone. Big question is, who's going to call plays for the Patriots? Bill Belichick, the head coach, never named an offensive coordinator. The expectation is that Belichick's going to call plays, but that didn't happen in preseason. The quarterback coach is Josh McDaniels, and Belichick this offseason actually sent McDaniels across the country to explore some different ideas on offense. So that is one of the mysteries, and maybe we'll find out a little bit later whether it's Belichick or not. But now for some news on the Raiders, let's go to Sal Palantonio.
Mort, I had a chance to talk to Norv Turner earlier, and Norv, I said to him, how do you attack a team that has won 20 straight here at Gillette Stadium, including the playoffs? He said, be smart with the football. That's exactly what he's preached to his team all week long. Be smart with the football. Don't take us out of this game early. He said he reminded his team about the Seattle Seahawks. Came in here last year, week 5. They were down 20-3, but they put up 443 yards of offense. It was too much, but very much too late. So, Boomer, he said, the Raiders, they can't get down early. They can't get in a hole in this game.
Well, he certainly knows that, Sal, and of course we'll be checking with Sal with the weather later on. By the way, it's beautiful. A beautiful night here in New England, early evening. Temperatures about 80 and probably kickoff time 70, 60. It's nice. Somehow it's going to be a little colder a little bit later on in the year. All right. So you heard about Sal saying how opportunistic the Patriots are. Any mistake by the Raiders. Opportunity knocks very few times. Right. You played on a team that won 2 straight Super Bowls, but like 7 others, could not win 3 in a row. Do the Patriots have what it takes? Can they do it? What do you think, Tom?
I think they can do it. I think that this team plays its best football when they have something to prove. Now, they won 2 championships in a row, 3 out of the last 4, and now they come back and they hear you don't have the ability to do it because Romeo Crennel is not there. Charlie Weiss is not there. Teddy Bruschi is not there. Ted Johnson is not there. I think they will take that as a challenge, and they will use this game tonight as a proving ground.
All the challenges in the world will not have Charlie Weiss calling those plays, man. And I remember what it was like for Troy Aikman when he lost North Turner. It ran him crazy. Charlie Weiss, Tom Brady, great match. Charlie's gone. Tom will feel that pain.
Well, look, you know, the Patriots have been on the razor's edge throughout their run. It hasn't been like they've dominated every game and won 40-10. I mean, they're close every week, so they ride that razor's edge. It's not going to be that much that's going to tip them away. And you can't understand how hard it is to win 3 in a row. The whole league is out for you. In fact, when whoever they play, you got to figure there's 30 other teams cheering for that team against the Patriots because they do not want to be, I don't want to make them too much of the word embarrassed, but they don't want to be embarrassed 3 times in a row.
As opposed to the last couple of years, answer me this. If they don't win it, if you don't think they're going to win the championship, how close do they get?
They're right there. It's a razor's edge, Tom. I just told you.
So it's a bounce of the ball.
And I think it bounces. At some point, the tuck rule and all the things that have gone their way, it's going to bounce the other way. And I think 3 in a row is very, very, very difficult.
Here's my question to you guys. Is Bill Belichick still the coach?
He's still the coach.
Yes. Is Tom Brady
still the coach? I like their chance.
Easy. I'm not doubting you on that. I'm not doubting you on that, but I'm just saying 3 in a row, we've all been there with dominant teams. It's very, very difficult.
Why nobody else has done it.
Well, they got a great chance.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, it's a long road, but they look at it as, well, their slogan this year, 3 out of 4 and ready for more. And we'll see in about 3 hours how ready they are. We'll see you for our special 2-hour pregame show right here in the parking lot. You can tell the fans are ready. Dan, Fred, we're ready for some football.
And so were we. We're also ready for some baseball. Barry Bonds back on the field at Pac Bell, and you're headed there too. We're going to go live to San Francisco for the very latest on the Sluggers' progress. Also ahead inside Sports Center, we'll head back to Foxborough for more of the 2005 season. Will Randy or T.O. have more touchdown catches, and can Peyton Manning break the TD record he set last season? Did you happen to miss last night's incredible early morning comeback at the U.S. Open? Well, then don't miss our look back at the Agassi-Blake match that was one for the ages. Also, find out why the Texas defense says their quarterback has them ready for anyone. And one Buckeye admits he was looking ahead to this huge game last Saturday.
Tom Brady leads the Super Bowl champion New England Patriots against the Oakland Raiders in the opening night of the NFL on ESPN. The NFL opening kickoff 2005 begins with a 3-city football and music celebration featuring the Rolling Stones, Green Day, Santana, and more. The road to Super Bowl 40 starts right here. Are you ready for the hard-hitting action of American football? Raiders, Patriots, Friday. The NFL on ESPN, home of Super Bowl 40. Sports Center.
In football, Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Trent Green, who underwent surgery to restore circulation in his leg August 30th, took every snap in practice Wednesday and will start Sunday against the Jets. And Eagles Pro Bowl running back Brian Westbrook ended negotiations on a new contract with the Eagles Thursday because the two sides are still way far apart on a long-term extension.
We welcome back our NFL Countdown crew, rejoining us from Foxborough, getting ready for the Raiders and Patriots tonight on ABC. On your left, the Hall of Famer Steve Young. In the middle, the soon-to-be Hall of Famer Michael Irvin, and our Hall of Famer Tom Jackson. Steve, this is a question for everybody, but I'll start with you, being the 2-time league MVP. Who's the league MVP this year?
Shockingly, Dan, I'm not picking a quarterback. I'm picking the most complete running back in the league. That's LaDainian Tomlinson. In fact, he's the most complete football player. In fact, he's the best football player in the league, bar none.
And it's good to see you off of a quarterback, but I will take a quarterback. I am taking Donovan McNabb. He's had a rough offseason, but he'll get it together throwing the ball to T.O. They'll get it together, and then they will come together.
Michael, I'll take another running back, Jamal Lewis. I think no player in this league will be as motivated as Jamal, and the style of offense that they have. I don't think you're going to get a great year from Kyle Bowler. More runs for Jamal Lewis. I think he approaches 2,000 yards again this year.
All right, speaking of record-setting numbers, Steve, let me go back to you. Peyton Manning, over under 49 touchdowns this year.
Oh, Dan, not hard on that one. You cannot repeat that again. It's impossible. All the things that went right last year, and the league is too proud to allow Peyton to go approach that. 40, okay, over and under would be a tough bet, but 49 to me, that's not to be repeated again.
TJ, your breakout player this year is who?
I think my breakout player is going to be Steven Jackson of the Rams. I think that when you take Marshall Faulk's spot, and he will have that spot, he's going to catch a lot of balls out of the backfield. I think that Coach Martz is going to run the ball a little bit more than he has the last few years, remembering how they actually won the Super Bowl. So Steven Jackson's going to be the guy.
Michael, your breakout team this year.
Well, you know what? I'm taking the Arizona Cardinals. Let's give Denny Green some credit. He's done a great job down there. He's already changed the attitude because they had a losing attitude. Now they're starting to believe in themselves. And he put Kurt Warner. If Kurt Warner comes back and have any kind of a year, they can do some things.
Yeah, one winning season the last 20 years. Steve, you agree with the playmaker?
Way to go, Mike. Oh, do I play? No, of course I don't. You got to be kidding me. I mean, there's other teams out there that are much more poised to do a great job. Look at the Carolina Panthers, top 5 defense, top 5 offensive line, top 5 running back, top 10 quarterback, top 5 coach. Come on, Mike.
They have Michael Vick in their division. Let's look at the NFC West. There's not much in that division. Arizona can get it.
Michael, give me the playoff team from a year ago that's going to fall off this year.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, Dan, when we talk about fall off, we're talking about falling off that 15-1 mark. But they will still make the playoffs, and we can all understand them falling off a 15-1 mark.
All right, here's a question for all of you. TJ, I'll start with you. Give me the player that you would pay to see in the NFL.
That's an easy one, Michael Vick. I think that Michael Vick on any given Sunday, Monday night, Saturday night, Thursday night special, if you get a chance to watch Mike Vick, I'd pay whatever it costs to see him play.
Well, I hope this doesn't sound funny, but I always looked at T.O. on the football field as a bigger, faster, stronger Michael Irvin. And you know I like watching me, so I would pay to watch him.
So, Mike, for your money, what you're telling me is for a guy to touch the ball 10, maybe 15 times a game, you'd go pay for that, but Michael Vick's going to touch it 60, one of the greatest athletes to ever touch a football, and you're not going to pay to go see Michael Vick. Hey, look, I don't mind you paying for T.O., that's fine, but Michael Vick touches the ball 60 times a game.
He'll get a touchdown, toss
Get off yourself.
Referee. We don't know
Come down off the high horse.
Not only do I get something on the field, I get something in the end zone. I
hear that answer,
get a football being signed. I love
Michael, are you and T.O. going steady?
Listen, what's wrong with me enjoying? I did play receiver, Dan, so I tend to like watching the game from the wide receiver position. I like watching T.O. play.
Hey, look,
what's wrong with
we all agree we'd pay some money to see T.O.
All right, Michael.
I'd pay more to see Michael Vick.
Michael,
What's up?
Who has more touchdown receptions, Randy Moss or Terrell Owens?
What are you trying to do to me, Dan? I'm taking T.O. again. Take T.O., man.
All right.
I'm telling you, they are going to have a great season.
All right. Super Bowl predictions. Tommy, I'll start with you.
But, stop. We're not giving you any of that, Dan. I know for a fact that you have a Nielsen box. You tune in tonight at 7 on Countdown because we need your ratings, buddy. That's all you're getting today.
Steve, would you like to give your Super Bowl prediction?
Dan, you wound him up, Dan. You asked him if he was his boyfriend, and the whole you wound him up, and now you got the results. It's your own fault. And you know what? He's my compadre. Tune in at 7, Dan. That's all we're going to give you.
With him.
Tommy, it's guilt by association. You got a Super Bowl prediction?
Yes, I know. I have to go along. I'm outvoting here.
Dan, we're tight. We're tight here. You can't break this up.
All right.
Despite the
Thank you, guys. Super Bowl predictions from those guys coming up. And Michael, of course, once again reiterates his love for Terrell Owens coming up at 7 Eastern on NFL Countdown. Turned on me quickly there, didn't they? Here's your odds. I think Michael's going to give T.O. his letter sweater to wear. Here's your Super Bowl odds from the MGM Mirage, and you don't see the Patriots up there on the top. Coast second favorites with the Eagles at 6-1. Indianapolis currently the favorite 5-1. How about Minnesota at 7-1? Team with the longest odds, San Francisco at 150-1. NFL countdown coming up at 7 Eastern.
Well, Dan, yesterday, Michael Irvin, Terrell Owens, said he was ready to make amends with his quarterback. Today, that quarterback responded. We'll hear what Donovan McNabb had to say about T.O. And the Southern Miss football team has felt the incredible wrath of Hurricane Katrina forced from their campus. We take you behind the scenes as they try to move forward.
Everything just gone. My whole house is just underwater. Like the whole roof, everything gone.
I welcome a relationship with everybody, even with you guys. You know, I'm just that type of person. You know, I'll sit down, talk to you, you know, have a great time with you, and you know, however you define our relationship or our friendship, then that would be on you. But you know, right now it's all about business and winning. And you know, if anything else, you know, besides that, is something that we need to work on, that would be between me and that other person.
A not-so-vague reference by Donovan McNabb and his relationship with Terrell Owens. Time for 4 downs. We bring in Sean Salisbury and the professor, Johan Clayton. Sean, let me start with you. Now that T.O. has said that he loves Donovan McNabb, does this issue surface again the rest of the season?
Well, Dan, the Spirit's telling me that it probably will, but I don't think it's a distraction. I think it's overrated. Yes, it's been a problem throughout the offseason, but hey, T.O.'s selfish enough on the field where he wants to get his, so he's going to make sure the communication on the field, just look at the first preseason game that T.O. played in, didn't have a problem. And McNabb's non-reference to T.O.'s name shows me that you don't have to be friends off the field, John Clayton. Not a big issue, won't prevent them from winning the division.
Sean, obviously your spirits are Jim Beam, if this is what you're thinking, because this has been a major distraction, and it will be a major distraction. Hey, T.O. has too much airtime right now. He's got a radio show in Miami, and remember, it's not going to be as good as that one preseason game. There's going to be times when he doesn't get the ball, he'll blow up about it, and he has enough airtime to continue to make this a problem.
Yeah, and you wonder if that Brian Westbrook contract situation could be more of a controversy to watch for. All right, John, Mike Shanahan, another 10-win season, playoff appearance for him this year?
Absolutely, because what he's done is, even though he picked up that Cleveland defensive line, which was strange, he didn't lose anything in doing it. Ian Gold at linebacker, good secondary. Mike Anderson seems to be doing a good job at running back. Jake Plummer at quarterback. Seems like no matter what he does, he can win 10.
Stop, John. They're not winning 10. They're not getting in the playoffs. If they were lucky enough to get in, they wouldn't win a playoff game anyway. Mike is not a very good personnel guy, but a great X's and O's guy. But you got to have great players at a lot of positions. Linebacker is the strength of this team, but it's not enough in a brutal AFC conference and in a division that's going to be better in the West.
Yeah, Broncos haven't won a playoff game since John Elway retired. Sean, back to you as we continue with the 4 downs. And when you look at the New Orleans Saints situation, should the NFL step aside and let the Saints play where the Saints want to this season?
Absolutely, Dan. And I know that Mr. Tagliabue is sensitive to this, and this is a very, very different issue, one we don't see very often, and it pales in comparison to what's going on in the Gulf Coast and in New Orleans. But the Saints do deserve the right to play somewhere close so their fans can reach out and be a part of that. They deserve to have that, especially as some kind of a diversion to see their team play wherever that is in that southern part of the country. They deserve it, and plus, hey, with what's gone on economically, John Clayton, they also deserve a chance to have to travel close, not a long way, to go watch their team play.
Yeah, but I think that's something for next week. I think certainly at this stage, they got to give LSU and Louisiana every chance to try to have some games, and that's why to hold off. Hey, next week they can make the decision to go to San Antonio, and that's probably what they'll end up doing it. But there's 29,000 season ticket holders and a lot of people in Louisiana that really do need to see football if there's a chance to do it.
4th down, John, I'll start with you. Super Bowl prediction.
I'm going to go with 2 dome teams for the Dome Stadium. The Minnesota Vikings, I think, will be able to win the NFC. I think the Indianapolis Colts will sneak past the Patriots. These 2 teams right now, great offense. Their defenses are getting better. I think they have a chance to get into the Super Bowl.
I like Minnesota, John, but not to get to the Super Bowl. Final 4, I'm going Carolina. There's no team with more guts in this league than the Carolina Panthers, and they're strong at every single position, especially being healthy. And in the AFC, while the Patriots are still the heavyweight champ, I think that the Indianapolis Colts will get home field advantage throughout. It'll be those 2 teams playing in the Super Bowl. You got to favor the Colts when it's indoors in Detroit.
Is that what the Spirits tell you?
It's 4 downs with Sean Salisbury and Johan Clayton. Thank you.
I still own you, John.
Well, still ahead. Randy Moss wearing the silver and black, taking on the Pats tonight. John Madden's going to join us and talk about how he fits their scheme.
ESPN and ABC Sports would like to thank CareerBuilder.com and DirecTV for their support of Countdown to Kickoff.
Well, prior to the Pats, 7 teams have repeated as Super Bowl champs, but these 4 made the playoffs with a chance to three-peat. 74 Dolphins couldn't do it, stopped in the divisional playoffs by Clarence Davis and the rest of the Raiders. And then 2 years later, the Pittsburgh Steelers had a bid to get it done, but they were stopped by the Raiders as well. 1990, the Niners' dream of three-peat was pancaked by Leonard Marshall and the Giants, who went on to win Super Bowl 25. And the Cowboys' shot was shot down by Steve Young's Niners in the NFC title game. San Francisco went on to win Super Bowl 29.
And we welcome in a very special guest, John Madden, calling tonight's Patriots-Raiders game alongside Al Michaels, 9 Eastern on ABC. Joins us now live from Foxborough. Coach, what will be tougher for the Patriots to overcome, the loss of 2 coordinators or the loss of 2 starting linebackers?
Well, you know, the whole thing is going to be an adjustment. I was talking to Bill Belichick about that the other day, and he said, you know, that last year they really lost Charlie Weiss for the last month and a half of the season. So they started to make the coordinator adjustments a year ago, and that took them in the playoffs all the way through the Super Bowl. I think the biggest loss, if you had to say of those 4 people, I would say Teddy Bruschi would be the biggest one. Not only the way he played. I mean, he came up with a lot of big plays, but he was the heart, the soul, the spirit of that defense that a lot of guys, you know, fired off his spark.
Bruschi will sit out this year, hopes to come back to the Patriots next year. The Patriots have lost players before with injuries and free agency. The team seems to keep playing through adversity. It seems to be an intangible, John, but what is it about the Patriots that makes them winners in, you know, dire straits?
I think that, first of all, you have to admit that they have good players. I mean, Tom Brady is a great quarterback, and he's a constant. You know, he's there. And when you have the same quarterback, then you can change a coordinator and you can keep the system. And then if you have to say, the most obvious thing is Bill Belichick. I mean, he knows what he wants in players, and he gets the players he wants, and then he gets them doing the things he wants them to do. He has a role for everyone. I mean, you watch him practice, and everyone practices like they're a starter, because in certain roles, they will be and are starters.
Yeah, you go back to Brady, 57 and 14 if you include the postseason in games he started. Let's look at the Raiders now, Coach. You got Randy Moss going to the Raiders. How does he fit in with that offense?
Randy Moss would fit in with any offense in the NFL. I think he's the most dangerous player in the league, and you talk to any defensive player, any coordinator, you have to worry about him on any play, because any play, any position on the field, he can score a big one. So if you double him, if you play off him, if you worry about his deep, then they give you other things. You get other receivers, you get the shorter pass pattern stuff, and then you can't have that 8th man up, and you have Lamont Jordan there. So I think that he helps them directly by being a big play threat, and I think he helps them a lot indirectly by the way defenses have to play and adjust to him.
Patriots Raiders, 9 Eastern on ABC. Coach, thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
Fred?
All right, Dan, Raiders coach Norv Turner arriving. Big test early as the season opens at New England. Our coverage continues right after this Sports Center.
The following is a live presentation of Orbit ESPN.
special was going to be vegetarian lasagna, but since spaghetti with marinara sauce was served today, the staff did not feel it was appropriate to have 2 Italian dishes in a row. Therefore, the new special is shepherd's pie and lentil soup.
Repeat as Super Bowl champions. Text yes or no to short code 39595, and you'll automatically be entered for your chance to win a trip to this year's Super Bowl in Detroit. Stay tuned at the end of the show for poll results, and each time you text, Sprint will donate a portion of the proceeds to hurricane relief. So text away, America.
Welcome back to Foxborough! As always, these fans are psyched for tonight's game. Not forgetting the last time the Raiders were in here, a snow-covered 2002 playoff game with a memorable ending. That marked the beginning of the Patriots dynasty. But tonight, the temperature is in the 70s, and we're only about 45 minutes away from the start of the season. Everyone in the league has hope, everyone has a chance, and everyone is undefeated.
EA Sports Madden 06 is proud to be a part of the kickoff to the season.
It's a good day for football. Respect is not given, it is earned. How can we lose with the guys we got in here? You know we ready. This is what makes champions. There's no room for complacency. There's no space for laziness. There ain't no rule to say you gotta lose. I love it when they talk dirty to me. No time. How do you stop 85? Oh, yeah! Let's go! That's why they took him #1. Talk to me now! Oh, the circus out here. That's the record break. He broke it to Stokely. Come on! Well, you don't know what to even find. Why don't you come with me, little girl? Gates is hey, still, the wheel. He's doing Ray Lewis's dance in his face. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Well, you don't know what to even find. Why don't you come with me, little girl, on a magic carpet ride? Well, you don't know what to even find. Why don't you come with me, little girl?
Brought to you by EA Sports Madden 06.
Detroit is not only hosting the 40th Super Bowl, the city's going all out for another sensation celebrating 40 incredible years. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, from Detroit, the world's greatest rock and roll band, the Rolling Stones! How you doing?
With a bigger bang. We're gonna do a new song for you. This is called Rough Justice.